Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to No Man's Land. Here with me, cwattyeso, here in Farming Simulator 19. The end of the last video, we'd just done the first part of the precision farming stuff. We've got the soil samples taken from the field. We got the field lime spreaded. We then got it seeded. Now we've got to apply fertiliser, and I'm currently using this little drone thing to apply fertiliser to the field. I don't know if it's actually working. I'm not really seeing a lot of change in the colour of the field down there. I figured I'd give this little mod a try just to see what it was like. It's a weird little tool, but I honestly don't think it's going to be practical spraying a field. And we've run out. Right, that's enough of that then. Just wanted to see how that worked. I'm not going to keep that. Too small. Right, we will get a proper protection device. Go with one of them. These. Add up as high as we can get it. We'll do 28. I'm going to need a tractor or something to pull it. Can we get a 7R with skinny wheels? Doesn't look like it. Can we get a modded one with skinny wheels? Can't even get a front PTO on it. That's going to be a... Might have to go for another 6R. Could go for a case, Puma. Or actually... Do I not have Stevie's JCB installed? Yes, I do. Can't get narrow tyres on it. Such a shame. Oh yeah, it's going to have to be the regular old JCB fast track. Need to put some fuel in this straight away. Have to repair everything straight away. Hopefully that's not going to cost us too much money. Right, we've bought the fuel. It's not actually going to hold a great deal, is it? Probably should have placed the fertilizer pallets at the store, at the field where I'm going to need to be doing this. Right, that's all done. So, fast track to the field as fast as possible. And then we'll try this fertilising application thing again. Maybe the auto just doesn't cut it. You know what? Very strange. Looking at the soil, there's like a strip around the edge of the field that's just not having any fertiliser applied to it. That's the bit that I fertilised first, wasn't it? With the drone. a lot more fertiliser on than I'd probably... I mean, the thing's showing red. But I'm at least turning the field green. Also, my canola, I think, is ready to harvest. We'll probably be getting on to that. Whether that gives us any yield info, that'll be something to check and see. So yeah, weirdly, where I've already put fertiliser, with the drone, this isn't having any effect. So because I sprayed probably the wrong amount when I did the drone, we're not getting the maximum amount of fertiliser state that we probably should be. I might have to fertilise it again when it's reached the next growth stage. I think this is where having GPS would be very useful. Let's just rang the doorbell. Bear with me. Sorry about that. Just had to go and answer the door. The family have all gone out today. As I was saying in one of my Football Manager videos that I recorded earlier, I was woken up very early this morning by my little sister, who needed my help because she got a flat battery on her car. This has been a regular thing with my sister. She keeps getting flat batteries. And I've said to her, I think you probably need a new battery, because there's no telling how old the battery is on the car, because she got the car second hand. The car is 8 years old. I said there's a good chance that the battery's probably the original battery that the original owner had when it left the factory. I says, and she doesn't have a garage, so the car is parked out in all weathers and all conditions. I says, you know, so over time, with the crazy hot summer we've had, and now the very freezing cold winter that we're having, I says your batteries are probably degraded and you probably need a new battery. So that's where the family have gone. The parents have gone out with her to do some shopping, and they're going to get a new battery on the car. I think they're also going to have some new tyres put on it as well, because when she had the car MOT'd recently, I think she got an advisory to say her tyres perhaps needed some tread. So she's having that done as well. Right, we have sprayed. Our field is done at this point. So we'll get a screenshot of that. We will also pick up fertiliser in this pallet we had for the drone. So again, quick look on the old precision farming screen then at the nitrogen. It's a bit all over the place. That field is really not top drawer, is it? So we'll check the yield now then. We'll do the harvesting. We can keep our eye on the yield. I've chopped down a few more trees as well between the end of the last video and today's video, this video. So hopefully people can appreciate that. I've already bought my harvester. So this fella is right here. Nice big Massey Ferguson, a bit bigger than the Rostel Smash we had previously. Did start the engine. Why does it keep stopping? What is going on? Is it stopping? This is annoying me now. Let's take this. Take it over to the. There's something obviously not right with the configuration on this thing. I perhaps need to turn off some stuff that's maybe a bit too advanced. Oh, can't get through the gap. Let's check the header. There's a load of options with this ideal mod. Maybe I didn't read the instructions quite so clearly. Do you get the header? Yes, I do. Maybe it's that pro threshing thing. I don't perhaps really need that. Maybe that's where it was going wrong. Let's see if it harvests now. If not, we'll be selling this and we'll be getting a different harvester. Because what use is a harvester that won't freaking harvest? There we go, that's what it was. So there's obviously... there's a mod that's come out recently which does control a harvester to do with harvesters that changes the speed of harvesters. And you have to drive at the right rate for the crop going in, otherwise you overload the harvester and it stops and bungs up and all sorts of stuff. I don't really need that kind of detail in the game. I don't want that much faffing about. I want to be able to harvest. I don't want to have to be driving across the field at 2 miles an hour because the crop's that dense and that high yielding that if I go any faster I'm going to plug the machine up. I don't need that. That's too much that's too much realism. I just want to be able to harvest the field as quickly as I can, really. I don't know if this is going to work with my my trailer. I wish the dogs would stop barking. Just had someone at the door, like I say, and they ain't stopped barking since. But there's a lot of people milling about today outside in the street. There's a lot of folk just randomly wandering about because, of course, we're in this tier 3 lockdown thing at the minute in my town and in my county. So people are at home that haven't previously been at home because they're not allowed to go out and go to work. They're not allowed to socialise. So there's a lot of people at the moment just kind of not really sure what to do with themselves every day. I would strongly advise them though not to keep wandering around outside my house because it upsets the animals, upsets the dogs. They want to go wandering around, I'm sure they can find somewhere else to wander. You know, there's a great big field just behind the houses across the other side of the road. Surely they could go and wander around the field. You know, get a bit of fresh air in nature. So we are getting yield data look on the map. I don't know if we're getting high yield, low yield. Doesn't look like it's high yield, it looks very low yield because it's orange. But again, we've not done any lime application of this field. We've not done any soil sampling because this field was all planted and seeded before precision farming came out. So this field's going to need to be done. Probably also means sadly my grass field is going to need to be ripped up and redone as well. We'll see. I was hoping I was going to get to make canola straw, but I obviously don't have that mod installed on this particular map in Let's Play. Probably due to the height type issues, fairly common on some maps. But yeah, we'll whiz along. Once I get full in a minute, we'll unload. Probably have to go and take the trailer straight to empty because I think the capacity on this thing is 17,000 litres. So it's probably going to fill my trailer. Yeah, we're getting orange, so it probably isn't the best example in terms of yield. It'll probably take a couple of harvests, I think, because you're probably going to have to, it's probably going to take a couple of efforts to get the field into the correct sort of nitrogen levels, pH levels. One application of fertilizer and lime isn't going to do it, I don't think. Get back around the other side where the trailer is before I need to empty. Leave me having to pull the trailer all the way around here. Gone for a 10 metre header on this because I went for the 7T, the 7T model, which is only 450 horsepower. So I couldn't go with a, you know, 14 metre header. But it's okay. This is definitely doing okay by itself. But what I probably need to do, like I say, we're probably going to have to soil sample this field after we've harvested. I noticed me bacons haven't come on yet. Wonder if they'll come on when I hit 90%. Now they're on. Fill level warning, and I probably should have stopped driving before I drove into the crop. There's John Deere. And I've got the axles locked. The weird thing about this trailer was when I went to actually pick it up, it had moved from where I left it. I'd left this parked at the wood chip sell point. When I went to pick it up, it had moved. It was quite a distance away, actually, parked in some trees, and I don't remember moving it or hitting it with anything. So I'm not terribly sure what happened there. Right, we've got a bit of capacity still. Did a little bit of crop destruction there because I lifted the header before I actually stopped driving. I should have took my foot off the accelerator and then stopped the header once I'd stopped moving. Yeah, nice little harvester this. Nice leather interior in the cab. All decked out in leather seats and got all your choice of colours. You can have it in either Fent or Massey details. You've got a few different paint options you can put on it. Yeah, it's not. It's a mod pack that I haven't used before, so I thought I'll give it a go. Like I say, it's got some advanced features for people that want those kind of features. I'm personally not too concerned with having the harvester stopping every 2 seconds when it gets full of crop, bunged up, when the header gets overloaded. I don't really want that. That would annoy me far too much. Like I say, I don't want to harvest at 2 miles an hour. I'm quite happy doing 13 kilometres. That's quite fine, you know. I feel that's a good speed. Churning through this canola. 'Scuse me. It's them damn allergies. So yeah, look, yield. What are you looking at? Probably what? 65%, is that yield? %65% probably is what we're looking at there. %65%. I mean, that's still not bad, considering there was only one application of fertilizer on this field anyway. I didn't fertilize. I only fertilized as I seeded. I didn't do 2-stage fertilizing. It's not actually that bad. 65% yield for my first harvest. Like I say, we'll see how it is after I've done the precision farming stuff to the field. It's going to take ages though. So this field's going to be pretty consistent with its yield then. Whole field's going to just yield the same amount. The other field over the other side will obviously vary in yield because of the varying different levels of fertilizer is on that field. But at least this harvest isn't taking quite as long as the last one did. when I did the oats. Although to be fair, I am running at 1 times speed, obviously, to try and maximise how much I can get done in a single day and session at the minute, whilst I'm testing out all this precision farming stuff. I have been playing the series on 10 times speed, as those of you who have watched the whole series will know. But whilst I've been doing this precision farming and testing out this new mod today, I'm running at real time, and then I'm accelerating after I've finished doing all the different jobs. Because I think the last thing you want when you're doing this precision farming stuff is for your field to be changing as you're doing it. You don't want the crops growing to different stages if you're seeding, and you're ending up with crops at different growth stages and stuff, because it's going to make the fertilising process a nightmare. Yes, this field's being very consistent in the fact that it's yielding the same amount across the board. This is what I would expect to see from a field that was pre-precision farming. I'm just about make it back to the tractor at this rate. No, like I say, we don't have a silo, so this will just go straight down to whichever selling point is offering me the best price, and it will be sold. Wow, the brakes on this thing aren't very keen. Alright, best price then for canola is going to be Agraz Land Trade today. So that's where we're heading, folks. Agraz. Still got plenty of trees to chop down. I know I forgot to do. Got to unlock me trailer axle. But yeah, parked the trailer over there near the wood chip sell point, and I found it stuck in these trees here. When I came to connect it, I was like, well, how's that happened? Yeah, as we drive down here, let's have a look then. So there's our yield. So yeah, we are going to have to soil type the field. Who's out there revving a car for all they're worth out in the street? Probably, I don't know if you can hear it. And that's probably upsetting the dogs and causing the dogs to bark. It'll be Dylan that'll be barking because he gets like separation anxiety. Ever since our German Shepherd died, old age, he's been ever so funny about people leaving him when he gets left, when people go out. I think he gets a bit scared. He was always brave when the German Shepherds were here, the Alsatians. He's not so brave now. And it won't be Sue barking because she's a good girl, Sue is, Patterdale. She's sat behind me right now. She's sat behind me. She's behaved. She's the best dog out of the 4 of the ones we have. She's the best. The others are a flipping nightmare. The poodles. Getting terrible. The only trouble with Sue is she doesn't jump up there and go well. A little dog. So she's trying to jump onto the seat next to me. She takes like several. She has like a couple of attempts. She like, you know, she looks a bit like you know, like when the long jumpers and triple jumpers do that like thing before they set off down the runway in the athletics. She's a bit like that. She has a couple of like dummy jumps before she actually jumps. Trying to psych herself up, I think. So yeah, this first field is not obviously going to be a very accurate test of precision farming because of the fact that it was planted and seeded before. The good thing is now we're going to be able to do the soil samples after we've harvested. Then we can get lime put on the field, we can get fertiliser put on the field. I will also have to do a test, obviously, in a coming video where we do it with manure or slurry to see what the difference is in the fertiliser after you've used that, like the help window says you're supposed to do after harvesting. Harvest all this bit. Turn my beacons off. I don't know why my beacons haven't automatically turned off as I've emptied harvester, but turn my beacons off. I don't need them. So yeah, we're gathering harvest data. As soon as you start harvesting a field, you get the yield data. That's good then. Just go up and down, actually. I'm not going to keep going round and round in circles anymore. We'll get this nailed in a minute. We'll be finished. Sell the canola. And then, like I say, we can come back. Then in the next video, we can get the soil sampler out again. We can come round doing all the soil samples, get this field mapped. And thing is, it's not really taken long with this harvester. This harvester definitely works better than that little Rostal Smash I used last time. Definitely got a little bit more oomph to it. And the Rostal Smash, as you recall, was really struggling on the hills, you know, to maintain any kind of harvesting pace. Whereas this one, thankfully, there we go. One field harvested. Rubbish brakes on this harvester. Absolutely rubbish brakes on it. Don't ever need to stop in a hurry. If you do, this isn't the machine. Just gonna call this. Over there. So we got, what was it, 21,000 litres in the first trailer, plus 16, so 27,500 litres of canola we got off that field. We need to come down here and grind the stumps out. Down we go to the sell point. Nice, 23 grand. Better than a poke in the eye with a chocolate teapot, as Mr. Helgi would say. So, we've learnt today fertiliser application. Sorry, lime application. Fertiliser application. That looks terrible. And obviously yield. So we'll be keeping an eye on that over the coming videos. Like I say, the next video we'll get that field we've just harvested soil sampled. We can get it lined. We can then get it fertilised. And then we can get it reseeded or planted. I want to plant it actually because I want to put cotton on it because I want to test the cotton mod. Because I'm trying to make some changes to it to make it work a little better. So there's that tractor. So folks, that's it for today's video. Hope you've enjoyed it again. Hope you've learned a little bit more about the precision farming mod and the new DLC and new functionality that has been added to the game by that mod. If you have enjoyed the video, please go ahead, click that like button for me. Don't forget as well to subscribe to the channel. Very important that you're subscribed to the channel. Leave your comments for me in the comment section down below. Share the video everywhere you see fit with whoever you see fit. And I'll see you all again very soon for another video. From me, cwattye here on No Man's Land, it's goodbye for now.